Hello friends, myself Ahir DR from RBNB College Srirampur. Today I deliver a lecture on the motion of a plane from 11th science. Now for studying the motion in a plane, everybody is familiar with motion. What is motion? If you consider an object is placed at position A. So initial position of an object is A. If we apply force on that object, due to that force, object move along a straight line from A to B. In that case, B is the final position of an object. This is called as motion. What happened in this case? In this case, there is change in the position of an object. So that is called as motion. So we can say that what is motion? The motion is the change in the position of an object. So in simple manner, we can say that what is motion? The change in the position of an object is called as motion. Now, if the path between A and B is a straight line, then such type of motion is called as a linear motion. Such type of motion is called as a linear motion. It is also called as rectilinear motion. In that case, path along which object can move is a straight line. That's why it is called as a linear motion. So we can say that what is linear motion? When path of an object is a straight line, then such type of motion is called as linear motion. Or in another word, we can say that when the motion of an object along the straight line, such type of motion is called as linear motion. Now instead of this straight line path, if path between A and B is curved path, as like this one, then such type of motion is called as angular motion. Such type of motion is called as angular motion. So we can say that what is angular motion? The motion of an object along the curved path is called as angular motion. So this is about the linear motion and angular motion. It depends upon path. If path is straight line, then such motion is called as linear motion. If path is curved, then such type of motion is called as angular motion. Now concentrate on this linear motion. If the object moving along a single straight line, then it is called as rectilinear motion or linear motion. If object is moving in XY plane, then such type of motion is called as motion in a plane. Object moving along the x-axis as well as y-axis, then such type of motion is called as motion in a plane. Now in this lecture we have to study about this motion of an object in a plane. If object moving in x, y and z axis respectively, then such type of motion is called as motion of an object in the space. Now in this case we have to concentrate this motion in a plane. So this type of motion is two-dimensional. This type of motion is two-dimensional, means object moving along the x-axis as well as y-axis simultaneously. Therefore it is two-dimensional. Now for considering motion in a plane, if we consider an object thrown in the air with initial velocity making some angle with the horizontal under the action of gravity, then such type of motion is called as projectile motion. We have to study about the projectile motion. Now in case of projectile motion, if object is projected from point O with initial velocity say u, making some angle with the horizontal theta, in the air under the action of gravity, then such type of motion is called as projectile motion. Such type of motion is called as projectile motion. If we consider example of projectile motion is, an object is thrown in the air, football is kicked in the air, bullet is fired from the gun. These are some examples of the projectile motion. In this case, the object thrown in the air with initial velocity making some angle with horizontal under the action of gravity, such type of motion of an object is called as projectile, and corresponding object is called as projectile. So this object is called as projectile. So what is projectile? An object travel along the trajectory means path of projectile. This one is the trajectory. So this corresponding object is called as projectile. So we get a definition of projectile is as like that, an object travel along the trajectory, it is called as projectile. Now this theta is angle of projection. So this angle of projection is very simple. It is angle made by the projectile with the horizontal, and therefore it is called as angle of projection. So we can write the definition of angle of projection is as like that, angle made by the projectile with the horizontal is called as angle of projection. Also, we know the definition of point of projection. This O is called as point of projection. From this point, we project projectile in the air, and that's why it is called as point of projection. So we can define the definition of point of projection is as like that. The point at which the projectile is projected in the air, that point is called as point of projection. So regarding to this projectile motion, remember all this definition. What is projectile motion? What is projectile? What is angle of projection? And what is the point of projection? Now, if we consider this projectile motion, then for this projectile motion, we have to consider three kinematical equations regarding to motion. So first kinematical equation is given by V is equal to U plus AT. In that case, V is the final velocity, U is the initial velocity, A is the acceleration, and T is the time. For second kinematical equation, we get displacement S is equal to UT plus half AT square. So in that case, S is displacement of an object, U is again initial velocity, T is the time, A is the acceleration due to gravity. In the case of third kinematical equation, we get V square is equal to U square plus twice AS. In that case again, A is the acceleration due to gravity, S is the displacement, V is the final velocity, U is the initial velocity. Remember these three kinematical equations in case of linear motion. Assume that in case of motion in a plane or in case of projectile motion, object moving along the x-axis, also it moving along the y-axis. So this kinematical equation becomes when object moving along the x-axis means horizontally along x-axis, these three kinematical equation will become Vx is equal to Ux plus Ax into T along the x-axis. Similarly, displacement is given by Sx is equal to Ux into T plus half Ax into T square. Consider these two kinematical equations which are along the x-axis. Similarly, along the y-axis, same kinematical equation will become Vy is equal to Uy plus Ay into T. Second kinematical equation along the y-axis will become Sy is equal to Uy into T plus half Ay into T square. Remember all these kinematical equations which are along the x-axis and which are along the y-axis. Now concentrate on this diagram. When projectile is projected from point of projection O, its initial velocity is U, and this projectile makes an angle with the horizontal which is given by theta. This initial velocity can be resolved into components. One is along the x-axis, it is horizontal component. Another one is along the y-axis. It is called as vertical component. So this initial velocity along the x-axis is given by ux, which is horizontal component of initial velocity. Similarly, vertical component of initial velocity is given by uy. So we write here ux, horizontal component of initial velocity u. Similarly, we can write uy, which is vertical component of initial velocity u. Now see here, when projectile is projected from point of projection u, as it moves from point of projection towards point P, its horizontal component remains same, but vertical component goes on decreasing. When it reaches to maximum height, then at that point its velocity will become 0. Remember that. When projectile moving from ground surface to maximum height, its velocity continuously goes on decreasing. When it reaches to maximum height, then its velocity will become 0. If you consider in terms of component, horizontal component of velocity remains same, remains unchanged, means ux remains as it is. Then what is about the acceleration? We know that acceleration is the rate of change of velocity with respect to time, and in that case horizontal component of velocity remains same. As it is remains same, then acceleration will become 0. So in that case ax, means horizontal component of acceleration, is equal to 0, because horizontal component of velocity remains unchanged, or it remains constant. Now when particle moving from ground surface to maximum height, its velocity continuously goes on decreasing. And when it moving from maximum height to again ground, this point is called as A, on the ground, then its velocity again goes on increasing toward the point A, it will become maximum. So during this motion, horizontal component remains constant, vertical component goes on changing. Now acceleration along the y-axis is minus g, where g is the acceleration due to gravity. So in another word, we can say that acceleration along the x-axis is equal to 0, but acceleration along the y-axis is given by ay, that is equal to minus g. Now we have to find out, or we have derived an expression for the trajectory, which is the which follows the equation of parabola, and that's why we have to show that this trajectory is having parabolic path. So for that purpose, we consider this equation which are along the x-axis and y-axis. Now along the x-axis, Vx is equal to, now first we have to find out value of ux and vy. So for that purpose, we consider this right angle triangle OCD. In that case, this OD is equal to ux Similarly, this distance OE is equal to UI, and this OE is equal to CD, so this distance is also equal to UI. Now you consider this triangle OCD here. Now in triangle OCD, as like this one, this angle is theta. OCD, and this angle is 90, right angle triangle. Magnitude of OC is given by U according to this diagram. Similarly, magnitude of CD is given by UI, and magnitude of OD is given by UX. Now here, according to trigonometry, cos theta is equal to OD upon OC. OD upon OC. But we know the magnitude of OD is given by UX. So we get cos theta is equal to UX upon U. Magnitude of OC is given by U. Now rearranging this one, we get UX is equal to U cos theta. UX is equal to U cos theta. Here we consider this is equation say 4. Ux means component of initial velocity along the x-axis, which is given by U cos theta. Now we have to again find out sin theta from this diagram. So sin theta is equal to CD upon OC. But we know that CD having magnitude UI. So we get sin theta is equal to UI upon U, because magnitude of OC is again U. Now again we have to write UI is equal to U sin theta. Equation 5. In this way we get vertical component of initial velocity Uy and horizontal component of initial velocity Ux. So we find out Ux and Uy. Now according to this one, or according to kinematical equation which are along the x-axis, we write Vx is equal to Ux plus Ax into t. So we write Vx is equal to Ux is given by U cos theta and Ax is equal to 0. So plus 0 into t. 0 into anything will become 0. So we get Vx is equal to U cos theta. Similarly, we consider second kinematical equation along the x-axis. So Sx is equal to Ux into t plus half Ax into t square. Now consider the diagram. When projectile is projected from the point of projection to this point A, this distance goes on increasing and this distance is equal to x. So x is the total horizontal distance between OA, and that is equal to Sx, displacement along the x-axis. So according to this one, we write Sx is equal to x. Now Ux, we know that this ux is equal to u cos theta, t as it is. In that case, again ax is equal to 0, then this equation will become x is equal to u cos theta into t plus half 0 into t square. Then this total term will become 0. So we get x is equal to u cos theta into t. Then rearranging this term, we get small t, that is equal to x upon u cos theta. This is equation 6. Now this equation 6 gives us time t, small t. This small t is equal to x upon u cos theta. Now we have to find out equation of projectile, and for that purpose we consider displacement of an object along the y-axis. So in that case we write Vy is equal to Uy plus Ay into t. So Vy is equal to, in that case Uy is u sin theta, Ay is minus g into t. So this is equation say 7. Remember this equation. In case of time of flight, we have to remember this equation. Now for equation of projectile, we consider this displacement of projectile along the y-axis. So Sy is equal to Uy into t plus half Ay into t square. Now total displacement along the y-axis is given by y. So we write here Sy is equal to y. Uy is equal to u sin theta. Ay is equal to minus g. Substituting all these values, then we get y is equal to Uy is u sin theta into t. Small t is equal to x upon u cos theta. So we write here x upon u cos theta plus half Ay is equal to minus g. So we write here minus g into t square. So we have to take square of this side. So by taking square of this side, we get x square upon u square cos square theta. Now by rearranging this one, we get y is equal to, now again in that case this u get cancelled. Sin theta upon cos theta will become tan theta. So we write tan theta into x. Now this plus minus will become minus. So minus half g upon u square cos square theta into x square. So we take in bracket. So this is the equation 8. This equation 8 is the equation of trajectory. So this y is equal to tan theta into x minus half into g upon u square cos square theta into x square is the equation of trajectory. So this is the equation of trajectory. Now in that case, if we substitute tan theta is equal to capital A and b is equal to minus half g upon u square cos square theta, then this equation 8 will become y is equal to a into x plus bx square, equation 9. So this equation 9 is the equation of parabola. This is the equation of parabola. and that's why the path of projectile is parabolic path, because it follows the equation of parabola, which is equal to y is equal to ax plus bx square, and that's why this motion or the motion of projectile is parabolic, because it obeys the equation of parabola. So in this way we study about the projectile motion. Today we stop here. Thank you.